A new model of the upcoming PS6 has emerged, and it's called the PS6 Lite. And we're going to be talking about it, what it could mean, what it could do in this video. But before we get into it, please consider liking, subscribing, and clicking the bell icon if you could spare the time. It really helps out a lot. We're trying to get to 100k, and your support would mean the world to me. So let's deep dive into what this could mean for PlayStation, how powerful this thing's going to be, what's going to be running it, etc. So I saw this tweet from TCMF Games over on X. PS6 Lite, potential cheaper version of the PS6. Sony could reuse the tech inside the new upcoming PlayStation handheld, the PSP3, and put it in a cheaper box. They did this with the PS Vita, PSP3 spec, half raster performance of PS5, but better ray tracing. And this is a speculation from leaker MLID, who leaked PS6 and PSP3 specs previously. And here's another tweet from Pop Culture over on X. Sony's handheld is the next cheap console. The PS6 Lite is the wildest rumor of the next generation. New leaks from MLID point to Sony releasing a new handheld codenamed PSP3 Canis, /Canis. But here's the genius part. They could repackage that same tech into a cheaper PS6 model. What we know about the leaked Lite chip, it's supposedly half the raster performance of a PS5, still great for a budget console, but thanks to its next-gen RDNA 5 architecture, its ray tracing performance is allegedly better than the PS5. This is how Sony sold the PS Vita tech in a cheap PS TV box years ago, so Sony's done it before with the PlayStation TV. Obviously, it was basically like a PSP inside a little box that you could hook up to your TV and play all the PSP games. I thought it was pretty ingenious at the time. Well, I didn't think it was pretty ingenious at the time. I thought, who would buy this? Like, who would rather buy this than a PSP or a PS Vita, right? So back then I wasn't a big fan, but now I potentially am a big fan, because just think, you get a new PS6, right? You want to be able to play your PS6 games around the house. You don't want to be tethered to the TV. Well, get yourself a PlayStation TV, the new PSP3 PlayStation TV, and you buy one for each TV in the house, buy one for the basement, I don't know, buy one for the bathroom, put a little TV in the bathroom, and potentially game stream your PlayStation 6's main gameplay to any TV in the house. Now, I'm a big believer in local cloud game streaming. I actually use it every day on a daily basis with my Steam Deck. I've been streaming Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered, or the remake version, to my Steam Deck whilst I'm lying in the bedroom. My gaming PC is here in my office, and it streams whatever game I want to my Steam Deck in the bedroom, and I've been just casually chilling around the house playing Oblivion. It's been awesome. So I'm a big fan of wired home streaming, at least connecting your gaming PC, or in this case the PS6, to Ethernet, and then basically being able to play your PS6 wherever you want on any device. I think that's really neat, and especially if you've got multiple TVs like we have. I have a TV in here in my office, there's a TV in the living room and a TV in the bedroom. We could switch back and forth and play all our PS6 library wherever in the house, which is pretty neat. I think this would be a good idea. So yeah, PlayStation's done it in the past. It's more than possible. And like I said, with local streaming, I mean, they already do local streaming with the PlayStation Portal, right? So this makes a lot of sense. If they're going to be making a handheld, why not just shove the hardware inside a little box like this that you can buy several of and put next to every TV in the house, and just access your PlayStation games on every TV in the house if you want to, and not have to tie your console down to one screen, which I think would be great. Jacob says, as long as it plays all the new PS6 games. I assume it will play PS6 games, but it really doesn't need to. It can play the PS5 version, because cross-gen will be a long thing next gen. I'll just get the cheaper version if it plays all the PS6 games. As long as it doesn't make the same mistake as the Series S, I'm okay with this. The next Xbox is better regulated than the PS5. PS6, PS6 Lite, and the PSP3. How can Sony manage that? Even marketing for them are all different. Well, I think the way they're going to handle that is, like I said, they're going to release the PlayStation 6. They're going to release an accompanying gaming handheld that is basically a lower end, let's say PS5 level device. That can also run PS6 level games at lower resolutions with frame gen and all the upscaling technology they have. And then obviously they'll make the PS6 or the PS6 Lite, which is just a little device you could buy several of and plop them down across, connected to all your TVs, and access all the same games that are on the handheld, but also maybe game stream from your PS6 itself. I think diversity and variety are the flavors of life, and I think that would be a good thing. So I asked Grok, I says, rumors on the PS6 Lite, give me a simple rundown of it. of anything that's been said about PS6 Lite. So as of October 2025, there's no official word. Of course there wouldn't be. They've not even announced the PS6 yet. It's based on leaks and speculation from insiders like Moore's Law is dead. Moore's Law is dead. The buzz started ramping up in August when a potential budget-friendly PS6 variant tied to Sony's rumored return to handhelds. So the concept is a cheaper PS6 model, possibly $399. I would like if it was a little bit cheaper than that, okay? That reuses the chip from the new PlayStation handheld, codenamed PSP3 or Canis. This chip is set to deliver about half the rasterization performance of a PS5, but superior ray tracing thanks to next-gen's AMD RDNA 5 architecture. Sony could repackage the handheld's tech into a dock-only console, similar to how they turned the PS Vita hardware into the affordable PlayStation TV back in 2013. It's positioned as an entry-level option to broaden access without diluting the full PS6 experience. Full lineup speculation, rumors point to 3 PS6 flavors by late 2027 and early 2028. A standard console, this light version, and a dockable handheld like the Nintendo Switch for portable play. Now, on X, fans are split. A lot of people love the affordability and the ray tracing perks, but others worry that it'll create dev headaches like Xbox Series S. For example, RAM limits, forcing scaled down games. Most often reference MLID specs as the source. So is it possible? Absolutely plausible. Sony's eyeing the booming handheld market, hello Switch 2 hype, and has a history of tiered hardware for wider appeal, and with PS6 not expected until 2027 or 2028, they've got time to refine it. But remember, this is all about all unverified rumor stuff, so treat it like excited fan fiction until Sony spills the beans. If it happens, it'll be a smart play to obviously keep PlayStation dominant across different budgets, different play styles. I mean, I think it's good. You know, you've got your handheld for those that love handhelds. You could also dock the handheld to a TV if you want. But let's say you've got a TV in the bedroom, right? Your PS6 is connected to the living room. You've got your PlayStation handheld you can take anywhere, but sometimes you want to just kick back, or you want someone else wants to kick back and play their PlayStation games in the bedroom, right? You don't have to buy another PS6. You don't have to buy another PSP. So having a little cheap device that docks to the TV, that has all the power of the handheld, that can game stream your PS6, that can play its own games locally without all that input lag from streaming, you can. I think it's a nice little option. And there's a market for those people that want to buy something like that. And obviously, it's been proven already to be successful because PlayStation have done it before with the PlayStation TV. So yeah, I'm excited. It's a fun time to be a gamer, and I cannot wait to get my hands on the PlayStation 6, the new PlayStation handheld, and everything in between. And anyways, guys, I'm Blaze2K. Like, subscribe, click the bell icon if you're excited about these tech rumors and new consoles and all that good stuff. If you're excited for PS6, smash the like, smash the subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm Blaze. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.